solution whose pH can resist on dilution or by the addition of a strong acid or a strong base, its pH can not change. That means pH of that particular solution is a constant is there. Such a solution is it's a buffer solution, right? Suppose I am taking some solution in the beaker here. This solution, by the addition of some amount of water, that means it is in a dilution, or by addition of some strong acid, or by addition of some strong base, the pH of the solution does not change. Whatever the solution we have taken, that solution pH does not change. Such a solution is it's a buffer solution. The first characteristic of buffer solution is so the pH of the solution is always it is in a constant. The pH of the buffer solution is which is a constant. It has some fixed pH value, and pH of the buffer is which is in a fixed or a constant, right? And the next one is on long standing of this buffer solution. On long standing of this buffer solution, pH remains constant. pH value is again which is remains constant on long standing of this particular buffer solution. And other one is by addition of a small amount of water. That means on dilution, this pH of the solution is again it is going to be constant. Here also it is in a constant. And even on dilution also its a pH is a constant. And the next one is by addition of its strong acid or a strong base. By addition of its strong acid or a strong base also the pH of the solution is going to be a constant. So these are the two types are there. Buffer solution of a single substance is one, and buffer solution of a mixtures is another one, right? So first we will discuss about this buffer solution of a single substance. So for this buffer solution of a single substance, I am taking the well-known example. Generally CH3 COONH4. This is working of this particular buffer. So which buffer we are under? The buffer solution of a single substance. This buffer solution of a single substance, well-known example is ammonium acetate. Name of this compound is ammonium acetate. How it is here? This is an CH3 COO minus plus here NH4 is plus is there. Suppose if I am adding the some strong acid to this one. Strong acid, suppose I am taking HCl. HCl is adding means this HCl is a 100% strong electrolyte. 100% dissociation takes place, and it will produces the H plus ions. That H plus ions are going to be added to for this particular single substance buffer. Whenever in the case of strong acid, whatever this CH3COO minus ions are neutralized by this particular H plus ions are, and it forms this is an CH3COOH, right? So in the same way, this strong base also, when we are adding this strong base, the OH minus ions coming from the strong base are neutralized by the NH4 plus ions. So this is the first one, and the second one is this NH4 plus ions which are present in the buffer that can be combined with excess amount of OH minus ions, and it forms a undissociated NH4OH molecule is formed. Whenever it is forming the undissociated NH4OH, then definitely it's a pH. There is no change in the OH minus ion concentration within the solution. There is no change. Here also by addition of this H plus ions, there is no change in the H plus ion concentration. H plus ions which is coming directly that can be combined with the acetate ion. It forms a undissociated acetic acid. Here undissociated NH4OH is formed. The buffer solutions of mixtures, again further it can be divided into two types. One is acidic buffer. First we will talk about this acidic buffer, then we will go for the basic buffer. Acidic buffer, right? So here acidic buffer. What acidic buffer is nothing but it is a mixture of weak acid and this weak acid salt. how this salt is formed, this weak acid, whenever it is treated with its strong base, that salt is a and it's a weak acid is a it's a acidic buffer. Suppose I am taking this one example to understand this one, and here I am taking that weak acid is a CH3COOH. I am taking this CH3COOH is a weak acid, and which will be reacted with a strong base like a KOH or NaOH you can take. If it reacts with this weak acid and strong base, and it forms, so particularly there is an ammonium or a sodium acetate CH3COONA. This is a salt which is going to be formed by the combination of weak acid acetic acid and a strong base sodium hydroxide. Working of acidic buffer, I am taking this particularly here the basic concept. So acidic buffer, I am taking this acidic buffer is a CH3COOH, and it will be weak electrolyte or weak acid. Weak acids, all the weak acids will come under the weak electrolyte, so that dissociation takes place like the CH3COO minus, here it is an H plus. In the same way, even CH3COONA is there, and it will be dissociated. It's a salt, no? So that it will be dissociated into CH3COO minus plus, it's a Na plus is going to be formed here. Okay, here there is an common ion effect is there. This is a salt and this one is a weak electrolyte. This weak electrolyte will be dissociated into CH3COO minus plus H plus, right? So whenever this common ion effect is there, this common ion effect will decreases the dissociation of weak electrolyte. Due to the presence of this common ion, the dissociation of weak electrolyte will be decreases. Suppose if I will add some strong acid HCl, so what happened to this one? Whenever HCl is added, H plus and a Cl minus, the Cl minus ions will not affect on the pH. Only H plus ions which is coming from the strong acid only will get affected by the pH of the solution. The H plus ions which is coming from this acid, strong acid, so that can be combined with this particular CH3COO minus ion. Why? Because there is a more number of acetate ions are present in this solution. More number of acetate ions are there. So the H plus ions which is coming from external, which we are adding external, and these H plus ions are going to be combined with this particular acetate ions. First case is the CH3COO ions which are present in the solution excess quantity due to the common ion effect, and that will be combined with this particular H plus ions which is coming from the strong acid what we are adding, right? So what happens? It forms undissociated CH3COOH is going to be formed. Overall, the H plus ions present in the solution is going to be remains the same, so that it's a pH of the solution or pH of the acidic buffer is there is no change in the pH of the acidic buffer, right? And the next one is suppose if I will add some there is a base is added. Base means definitely OH minus ions concentration only will affect the pOH. From that there is a chance for the change in the pH, right? So when we are adding strong base, from that strong base 100% ionization takes place, and more number of OH minus ions are coming. This OH minus ions are going to be combined with this acetate ion CH3COOH which is present in the solution. Here there is an equilibrium is existed now, so that undissociated acetate ion molecules also it is there. This undissociated acetate ion molecule will combine with this OH minus ion, and it forms undissociated H2O molecule, as well as there is an CH3COO minus ions are going to be formed, right? So in such a way, whatever the excess amount of OH minus ions are there, that excess of OH minus ions are converting into the undissociated H2O molecule. overall there is no change in the OH minus ion concentration. That means there is no change in the POH, there is no change in the pH. In basic buffer it is a mixture of a weak base and it's a salt with whenever it is reacting with a strong acid, right? Suppose I am taking here one example to understand this one. This is ammonium hydroxide, NH4OH. We know that NH4OH is a weak base. This NH4OH, if it is reacting with it's a strong acid. Strong acid is what generally HCl I will take. Whenever this HCl and NH4OH is reacted, then it forms it's a NH4Cl salt. NH4Cl salt. Weak base is the ammonium hydroxide here. This ammonium hydroxide, whenever it is reacted with it's a strong acid, then it forms this salt. The salt is a NH4Cl. NH4Cl is it's a salt. The mixture of these two can act as it's a basic buffer, and this basic buffer working of a basic buffer, or we can call this one as a mechanism of basic buffer, right? So consider a beaker. In this beaker I am taking that so it attains the equilibrium. Why? Because it is in a weak electrolyte. Weak bases, weak acids are the weak electrolytes, and it will attain the ionic equilibrium NH4 plus here it is an OH minus ions, right? So for this there is an NH4Cl also it will be there, and it will be dissociated into again NH4 plus here it is an Cl minus. Again here also common ion effect is there. Again here also common ion effect is there. This common ion effect will suppresses the or decreases the dissociation of weak electrolyte. What is a weak electrolyte? This is ammonium hydroxide. This ammonium hydroxide dissociation is going to be generally it is a weak base. Its extent of dissociation is a small, and further due to the common ion effect again it will be further decreased, right? First we'll add one strong acid. Strong acid I am taking as a HCl. What happens? So this HCl is added and H plus ions are going to be affected the overall pH. But because if it's a H plus ion concentration increases, then definitely it will affect on the pH, right? So when we are added the strong acid for this basic buffer, strong acid will produces the H plus ions. This H plus ions will go and combine with this particular ammonium hydroxide. Whatever the ammonium hydroxide is there, in the equilibrium attainment means undissociated NH4OH molecules also it will be there. These undissociated NH4 molecules also present in the solution. These undissociated NH4 OH molecules can combine with this particular H plus ion, and it forms this is an undissociated H2O molecule. That means this H plus ions which is coming from the external that are reacted with this ammonium hydroxide, and it forms undissociated H2O molecule, and even NH4 plus ions also formed. This NH4 plus ions will not affect on the pH. Okay. And the second case is that by addition of particularly a strong base. So strong base always it produces there is an OH minus ions are going to be produced here. OH minus ions are going to be produced here. Whenever I am adding that OH strong base, this OH minus ions will be come and it will affect on the pOH. From that pH will be changes. But actually when we are adding the strong base, this OH minus ions which are coming, no, so this OH minus ions will reacted with the NH4 plus ions. What are the excess quantity it will be there due to the common ion effect. This NH4 plus ions will combine with this OH minus ion, and it forms undissociated NH4OH.